Hello guys, good day to all. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our special coverage on Tropical Storm Crising. It has now an international name known as WIPHA, and this is for today, Friday, July 18, 2025. This is our English version brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. But if you're looking for the Tagalog version, yung mga interested para mapanood ang Tagalog version, meron po tayong link dito sa description ng ating video. Click lang ninyo yan kung gusto nyo malaman ang Tagalog version. And ito pong ating update ay pinaglilingkod din sa inyo ng Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Islands Sustainability. Those interested to know more about the sustainability project of BPI, just click on the link here. And the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Lenny Robredo and our Vice Mayor Gabby Bordado. So let's begin with our update. Here in the Bicol region, improving weather conditions can be observed. The storm has just left towards Cagayan Island and the Babuyan and Islands. And the rain bands are now concentrated over northern Luzon. And right now, we are now under the influence of the southwest monsoon. So we still expect rains of 20 to 50 millimeters within the next 24 hours, especially along the western coastal areas of Camarines Sur and Albay. So much improved weather will continue through the weekend, particularly on Sunday. But for tomorrow, Saturday, there's still some passing on enough rainfall. I'm gonna show to you later in a while. So here's the fast animation from cyclonicwx.com, the latest on tropical storm Crising, and it's currently here right now, very close to the coastal areas of northern Cagayan, particularly Santa Ana. And the system has grown in size, and you can also see here the surge of the southwest monsoon into Palawan, Western Visayas, and Western Luzon. Some of the cloudiness are concentrated over Occidental Mindoro and Western Visayas, with only a few penetrating the eastern sections of the Visayas and the Bicol region. This system is expected to pass over Cagayan and Babuyan Islands later tonight, including Batanes, and it is likely to move out of the Philippine area responsibility tomorrow morning or in the afternoon. Here's the zoom-in satellite animation from window.com, and you can clearly see here the whole archipelago is being enveloped by this large monsoon rain bands, okay, moving towards the main core of this large tropical storm, which is still being classified by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center as a monsoon depression. And right now, it's still 96W. If JTWC upgrades it later this afternoon or this evening, it will be known as 09W. So it has an international name. It's now known as WIPHA, as JMA upgraded it a while ago. And here's the latest radar shot from Zoom Earth, and this is from the radar sensors here in Taiwan and some likely over Baler or the area of Cam Norte in Daet, the Doppler radar there. So you can clearly see here that the thick rain bands are located over the northern semicircle, but there are some over the Cagayan Valley area as of this time. And if we take a look at the latest track that we issued around 11 o'clock, this is from the 8 a.m. position, the system later tonight will start to cross the Balintang Channel, affecting the smaller islands of Cagayan and Babuyan group, as well as Batanes. Since the system is quite large, and it is expected to intensify into a severe tropical storm as it approaches Hong Kong on Sunday morning. So tomorrow morning or noontime or in the afternoon, it will move out of the Philippine area of responsibility. But even though as the system moves towards Hong Kong area, the southwest monsoon will continue to affect the western sections of our country. Here's the multi-track of all Asian agencies except for JTWC. All of them is having some intensity of the storm at around 65 or 75 kph, and it's likely they all agree that it will pass in the vicinity of Babuyan, Cagayan, Islands, and the southern islands of the Batanes. And here's the latest DeepMind AI track, okay, or AI ensemble. You can see here, including the European model, that the system will pass over Babuyan and Cagayan Island early Saturday morning or late Friday evening, which will be tonight. So please take all necessary precautions, those living along these areas of extreme northern Luzon. Now for the latest on the 3-hourly rain forecast. Rainfall of more than 25 millimeters for the next 3 hours is expected over Cagayan Valley, particularly northern Cagayan, and areas of Palawan, Calamian Group, as well as Western Visayas. And if we move this slider later this evening, more rainfall of more than 25 millimeters intense rainfall to torrential rain will be expected over Ilocos provinces and parts of La Union, as well as over the Cordillera Administrative Region in the vicinity of Mountain Province, Kalinga, Apayao, and Cagayan, as well as parts of Isabela. So take all necessary precautions for possible flooding in low-lying areas as well as landslides. Here over the southern part, it's more of the southwest monsoon, bringing some moderate to heavy rainfall as well, particularly over MiMaRoPa and Western Visayas. So by tomorrow noon, it will be out of the Philippine air responsibility, but the southwest monsoon will still affect the western sections of Visayas, MiMaRoPa, and Luzon. As for the latest 24-hour rainfall accumulation, so this is for today, 3 p.m. Friday until 3 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. The rainfall of more than 100 millimeters will be expected over Ilocos Norte and Ilocos Sur, particularly Kalinga and parts of Apayao, while the rest of Cagayan Valley, including La Union and Cordillera Administrative Region, will have rainfall of 50 to 100 millimeters, and also along the western sections of Central Luzon, Western Pangasinan, Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, and Batangas will also have rainfall of 50 to 100 millimeters because of the southwest monsoon. Along the area of MiMaRoPa, particularly over Occidental Mindoro, rain amounts of more than 100 millimeters will be expected, and also over Western Panay, like Antique, while the rest of MiMaRoPa will have rainfall amounts of 50 to 100 millimeters, including the Negros Island region. Over the Bicol region, rainfall of 20 to 50 millimeters will still be expected in selected areas of Western Camarines Sur, like Baladan, Pasacao, and also some areas of Western Albay, okay, for tomorrow until 3 p.m. tomorrow. And if we move into Sunday, the rainfall amounts over Western Luzon will be decreasing in a smaller scope, just affecting the western sections of Central Luzon, like Zambales, Bataan, and Occidental Mindoro, wherein rainfall amounts of 50 to more than 100 millimeters will be expected, while the rest of Western Luzon, particularly Ilocos region, will have rainfall amounts of 20 to 40 millimeters. So it's gonna be dramatically improving this coming Sunday and also across the country, okay? And for Monday, we are looking again on another weather system that may form east of Batanes or east of northern Luzon. That's why the southwest monsoon will continue to prevail until Tuesday, okay? And we will stop from there because this forecast is up to 5 days, so there will be more changes on the forecast models, but look at the rainfall over Western Luzon, returning again with amounts of 50 to 100 millimeters across Ilocos region and the western sections of Central Luzon, more than 100 millimeters, Occidental Mindoro, more than 100 millimeters, and 30 to 50 millimeters over Western Panay and the Calamian group of islands because of the southwest monsoon being enhanced by a new low pressure system which could develop into a tropical cyclone. The next name of Pagasa is, like I said yesterday, we will check on it. It will now be known as Dante. Okay, that will be the new name if it does develop into a tropical cyclone. Now, let's take a look on the latest on the wind forecast. So, you can see here on Sunday, the storm will make landfall west of Hong Kong, Crising. And then on Monday, there is another one that will form here east of Batanes. It's quite weaker on the latest forecast. But if we take a look on the American model, it's much aggressive. It's a powerful system. But it has a characteristic. But again, it has a characteristics of a monsoon version, so we will wait and see until that moment arrives. Okay. And for the global tropics hazards outlook from the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA, valid for the next 2 to 3 weeks. For the second week, valid July 23 to July 29. High probability of more than 60% of the tropical cyclone formation will continue over the North Philippine Sea, east of Batanes or east of Taiwan. And the other scenario right now is that this Indonesia and the southern portions of the Philippines will have below average rainfall. So we are moving into a possible dry phase of the modern Chilean oscillation. So this is good news. It means that the rainfall over Visayas and Mindanao and MiMaRoPa will dramatically decrease during the last week of July. And on week 3, which is highly uncertain, July 30 to August 5, the dry phase of the modern Chilean oscillation kicks in, and the Philippines will have more than 65% of below average rainfall. And still, there's a possible formation of more than 40% east of Taiwan, and that will just be the lone inclement weather during that July 30 to August 5 on the third week. But we will wait and see, since this forecast is highly uncertain. And as for the MJO, right now it's over the Western Pacific, as you can see here. But until July 31st, it will remain that way. So this is a different take, but we know that first week of August, this dry phase will move into the Philippine Islands. And here's the latest from the Australian Government of Meteorology MJO Index, initialized a few days ago, July 16. And this is now the initial forecast. Here's the Philippines. And it looks like this system, it looks like the wet phase of the MJO by next week will be moving into the far eastern portion of the Western Pacific. That's why if we play this animation, we'll be having a dry phase situation during the first week of August. You can see here the brown color. It means that the outgoing radiation is quickly being returned back to space without any absorption, so dry phase conditions will be expected. So we might be seeing another break of the southwest monsoon during the first to second week of August. Now for the La Nina, those who are asking, La Nina, El Nino update, we are still at almost 90% neutral. And by September, October, we will return to around 50% neutral together with the La Nina signal. But it looks like this is not yet sure because during the early months of 2026, we will again return to neutral conditions. So this is not sure. So we remain under the influence of normal climate or neutral conditions, or what we call in Spanish as la nada. So there you go. That's the latest for today. We will return tomorrow for another update, probably the final coverage on Tropical Storm Crising, since tomorrow it will be moving out of the Philippine area of responsibility, and we will return to our usual 3-day graphical satellite tropical weather analysis. And by next week, if another one forms, we will be returning again for our usual spatial coverages of upcoming tropical cyclones. This is Mike Padua saying stay safe always, be #weatherwiser. Happy weekend to all, and thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless.